I don't know.
What if it stops being stopped?
I've seen this moment in my dreams.
It's either a bug or the perception / mechanic isn't high enough.
Let's get started.
See. That was about as useful as a bump on a pickle.
They could be higher tier traps, which would explain why they aren't being detected. I mean, true. But the last segment, the last area that I was in, though, I was able to detect, like, one of the traps. But what I've been getting hit by was a lot of the same traps, which I'm wondering if it is like a bug or something.
I need a new. All right, maybe I'm not fine. In over my head.
Good God. Just can't keep up with the healing.
This isn't as effective as you seem to think.
This is testing my endurance.
Oh, I approach.
No, I cannot do that. Perca Blanca. I cannot. Much longer.
This one's for
Time to rethink this stratagem.
Glory be to God.
Okay, could be the silly nonsense of same trap but higher level. It's happened in the first game before. Extremely annoying. Has it? Oh jeez. Oh God.
Maybe
This
I'm
isn't
not
as
fine.
effective as you seem to think.
All right, maybe I'm not fine.
No,
All
no.
right,
Okay.
Maybe I'm not fine.
Just like that.
Let's get started.
Didn't work.
I need some help.
Another for the queen.
Oh, good. Move.
Take that.
Here we go.
What did that do? Oh, just like a small heal, I guess. Oh God.
Just like that. Mela, this is testing my endurance.
This one's for Keelan. Scabbard
Nuh-uh, didn't work.
Another for the queen.
Hey, we had some good times.
This is getting rough.
Of course.
It's getting real rough.
A phone.
Great. Me.
Oh, hey,
Let's get
you took care of the
started.
trap. Haha.
Oh. Good. Exit on us.
Something through.
Here we go.
Yeah, this guy is pretty damn freaking useless.
See, that's me too.
This one's for Keelan.
Yeah, I hear you. Just like that. All think worse than Ross.
Another for the queen.
Oh, good.
Ah, it was a bit scary that I was gonna start hitting my own allies. Holy God. It literally just rains down fire?
What can I do you for?
Rain of fire falls in the area of effect, repeatedly inflicting burn damage. Oh. That's intriguing.
All right.
Heads up. Well, I'd prefer something a little more stabbing.
Hmm. Dusk, I guess, is the next one.
Great.
Here we go.
Just like that was about as useful as a bump on a pickle.
I was gonna say, hopefully that's the only one that got triggered.
On us.
Nope, looks like they all came.
Really?
What the hell is going on here?
Let's get started.
Sure thing. Mow it.
Oh, I can't talk. Okay, that's kind of stupid.
10. Die already.
Oh, I need a new approach.
I hope nobody saw that.
Same.
Beth.
Smart, don't it?
Me too.
Next time.
I mean, might as well. Boom.
Just like
This one's for Keyleth.
Lava rule beyond sea.
Moe exceed honor.
Missed.
Good God, what the hell was that?
Mud up to I hear you.
Here we go.
Oh God.
Well,
And there goes Shodi, because I can't save her.
good.
There goes my heal.
Die already.
Yeah, I
Time to
don't think I
rethink
got.
this stratagem.
Another for the Queen.
Oh boy.
Maybe I'm not
Right
fine.
away.
Oh, I need a new approach.
Something doom.
This one's. A little something for you. I'm in over my head.
Seamless. Me too.
Do, 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 do. Okay. This is definitely one of those point in times where I kind of wish I had some res.
Let's get started.
Madico. To try something else.
Try something else. Why? Oh. Oh, because of the weapon. Oh God, that one's E.
Can't make a dent.
Skate.
Can't quite do another summon yet. Unless I try and summon with you.
This isn't as effective as you seem to think.
Get the revive extortion? Maybe. Maybe.
I need something strong.
Cannot hold out much longer. I cannot hold out much longer.
Time to rethink this stratagem. Birthday seamless. Me too.
Vercam Blanca. Cannot hold out
Run.
much longer. Mela. This is testing my...
Oh, hey, there's the cleric. Oh, God. There's the cleric. Oh, boy.
I am ready.
Oh, we might be able to do this.
Yeah?
I am ready. Sender cannot.
Row Mark 10.
I need healing.
Gina, hang in there.
That's seamless meat.
Oh, God.
Die already. God damn it all. I've got one foot in the beyond.
And there he went. Oh, God. Eder, please kill him. Okay. Better MVP, yeah. Eder's a tank. Eder's a freaking tank.
Yeah, right away.
I'm here. Ah, I see. Plan. Not my area of expertise.
9. 9.
Easily.
9. So how much higher were those traps over in the other area? They couldn't have been much higher than like maybe 10 or 11. Which means that it should have been able to find them at like a 15 perception. I don't quite understand what the hell's going on. Really starting to piss me off.
I'm on it.
Oh, read the soul. You dangle your legs over the edge of the dock. Probably, I'm hoping it's just a higher tier. Because if it is a bug, then I don't know. Your father. Okay, so in the gloom of pre-dawn, the lake resembles a mirror of polished obsidian. Your father approached with a pair of fishing rods. Back then, he stood as tall as a mountain. He expected to be ready in the boat by now. What had you to distract? Echo Widewind. Father, would the morning still come if Aethys wasn't there to draw it over the horizon? He sighed. A foolish question. Aethys is the dawn. His absence would be the death of all light. You are old enough for this to be obvious. What is truly on your mind? Your father knows you well enough to see through this obvious deflection. Wouldn't life go on without the gods? Before you could finish the thought, the fishing rod clattered to the ground, and your father struck you hard enough that you pitched forward into the lake. Your mouth opened with a crack, your mouth opened with a cry that was quickly stifled by the cold water. He bellowed that the gods deserved gratitude, not an ignorant child's faithless doubt. You should thank Aethys for the harvest and the dawn. Pride will only make you complacent. You were never a strong swimmer. By the time you desperately clawed your way back to the surface, your father had rowed out to the middle of the lake to be alone. You knew better than to call out to him and interrupt his fishing. Ew. You sat on the shore and awaited his return. When the dawn crested the horizon, you didn't give thanks for the warmth it brought. You wanted to remember the cold.
What did you see in there anyway?
Indeed. Wine and his father had some turbulent disagreements over faith.
Strange thing to think of right before you get blown to pieces, don't you think?
Huh. Go back to noon. Intriguing. Dusk, maybe? No. Oh.
Nice to know I can still bleed.
Do I have to be that close to spot a damn trap? I wish it would tell me how much perception I needed to find that trap. Jesus. Good golly. Really?
Yes, understood. Over here.
Thank you. Please tell me.
Ah, I see your plan.
Oh. Another 9. I don't understand. I don't understand. Okay, your father reached out from the sick bed and clutched at your wrist, his fingers gnarled and skeletal. You've seen enough of this condition spreading through the colony to know he wouldn't last long. It was a miracle he hung on long enough. His breathing was labored, his voice ragged, but his gaze was alert and full of questions that only you could answer. I'll see after the farm when you're gone and make sure it stays in the family. He shook his head and maintained his grip. His lips and nose were stained with a vorlous cough, a plague that colored the phlegm purple. To you, it resembled an actor's smeared face paint. He asked in a ragged whisper if you kept to your faith. I still thank Aethys for the harvest and the dawn, just as you taught me. Satisfied, he nodded. I'll thank him for the dusk as it settles over you, Father. The coughing fit rattled to a halt as your father regarded you in wide-eyed shock. I needed a father, not a priest. You were neither to me. Wow. Guessing that's from the first one? He moved away from the sick bed that was soon to be a deathbed.
What did you see in there anyway?
Weidwin never forgave his father.
That's a hard thing to carry all this way.
The dawn? Why was Vatnir trying to disarm this? No!
I'm here.
Z!
Well, I'd prefer
Please.
something with a little more.
I would like to understand something. I would like to understand.
I'm on it.
Damn it. Why can't I remember?
Circle of this robed priest circles. The soul of this robed priest circles around the same thoughts in a pattern reminiscing of pacing. Who are you? She doesn't seem to hear you.
I memorized that illusion spell. How can it be gone? Another second and Weidwin will know the bomb is here. Damn it, girl. This is your chance. The whole point of the thing is that his soul finds him first.
The Durance was right. The bomb worked because a part of Wyvern's soul was inside. The mechanism was elegant in its simplicity. When a fragment of Wyvern reacted to his approach on the bridge above, it conducted soul energy into the copper and triggered the explosion. It was a delicate trigger by design. The work of removing such a critical part will involve no small risk. You can't remember the spell hidden in the
It's
bomb?
like I'm on stage and forgot the words of the song. How could this happen?
You won't hear this, but I'll return your
Can't
memory.
think. Why can't I think of it?
Huh. But also, yep. Well, this is why you don't abuse your kids, people. Yes, that's exactly why, because that is a bad relationship. Oh. Oh. Okay. Well, I didn't get drinking any beer, guys, but I think that's okay.
I'll see to it.